The instance, for instance, the study that originally told everybody that you need 8 hours of sleep actually said that you need 4 hours of sleep, and then another 4 hours later. Yeah, that's sleep studies have been really interesting because what they're finding is it doesn't actually work for one person for sure. There's no method that 100% works for somebody every time, no matter who. You can't just be like this is the way to do it because different people are better with different things. People who come from genetic lines that come from certain areas are going to have better different, ways methods of handling sleep. And you're a product of your environment. Um it's just it's just tough. I don't know. I find that yeah, I'm one of those people who can get 5 hours and feel really good. I actually function best doing a 2 hour, I would say hour to 2 hour nap late-ish at night, and then being awake for another 2 hours, and then doing another 4 hours of sleep. That's how I function best. Hi, Limes! Hello! Hope stream was good. We were just talking about sleep schedules and work schedules and how non-standard ones work for some people. I was just saying that I do best with 2 hours of sleep and then 2 hours of being awake and then another 4 hours of sleep. That is literally how I function best and feel the most rested. Not those 8 straight hours kind of thing. I actually can't sleep for 8 hours if I tried. I literally can't. The most I could sleep for at one time is 6.5 hours, and I cannot sleep longer unless I work out a shit ton and I'm physically exhausted. And even then, I'm probably not sleeping for all of it. My eyes will be open for the last 2 hours of that 8, but I'll just be lying down. But you guys, do you have a non-standard sleep schedule that works for you? What I've been doing the past 2 weeks is I eat dinner pretty late. I eat pretty late. And then I'm awake for a half hour after that. I get some tasks done. I pass out for an hour. I wake back up, get some more work done. That's when I do recordings and things. I find that the nap really helps with that. Helps me kind of be refreshed for it. And then I go back to sleep after. And that's been the best for me. You sleep for 5 hours and then take two 20-minute naps. Yeah, I like ooh, you know what my favorite schedule is that I wish worked perfectly for me? Kind of does, kind of doesn't. The Italian siesta. Okay? Which is just you do whatever sleep you're going to do at night, and then when you eat lunch, after lunch, you go down for a nap. Oh my god. It's like prime preschooler situation. Preschools always do that. They give them lunch and then snack time and then nap time. That's the Italian siesta. Oh man. It's so good. It's so good. I actually function pretty well on that. It doesn't work with my schedule. Greece, same thing. Stores will close. Yeah, it's a very Mediterranean thing for sure. For sure. But it's so good. Do that on weekends. My family always did that on weekends. I would always go to a family member's house, some other family member's house on Saturdays, every Saturday, and likely also Sundays. And we would always do that. I'd go there at 11, hang out, do something. Around 12 or 1, food's on the table, we eat, everyone finishes eating, everyone passes out. Okay, everybody. Pass out on the floor, pass out at your seat at the table, pass out in a guest bedroom, doesn't matter where, everyone would nap. And then everyone just slowly kind of just starts waking back up. We would all do that. Yeah, pure food coma. Because we would always eat, for my family at least, on the weekends usually, that would be the biggest meal of the day. We would eat dinner-like foods in the middle of the day there. That would be when quote-unquote dinner technically was for what we were eating. And so we would pass out right after. We'd go full food coma. And then we'd have something that was a bit more lunch-like later in the day. Even now, we still kind of do that. But yeah, we would always do it. We would always do it. And I liked that. I liked that a lot more. Sunday dinners at 2 p.m. Yeah, yeah. And then group food coma. My favorite was I would befriend all of my family members' pets. And they would always nap with me every time. Every time. Said I haven't had a good night's sleep since I was in high school. That was 7 years ago, so I don't know what's the best sleep for me. You should test stuff and test it for a week at a time. Probably 2 weeks is better, but at least a week at a time. Set up a schedule and just try it. Be like, I'm going to sleep for 4 hours at night, go to bed late, whatever. Go to work in the morning, assuming you have a normal work schedule. When you get home from work, eat something and then pass out. Let yourself sleep, okay? And set up like an hour alarm. And do that every day for a week. And see if you adjust to it and feel good with it. If you start to feel okay with it, it doesn't make you feel like complete shit, continue it for another week and see if it's just the new you. Because, I don't know, some people do better with that. Like, some people were saying that 8 hours a day study actually said you should do 4 hours and then later do another 4 hours. I have a friend that does that. He goes to work, gets home, he eats and sleeps for about 3 hours. Wakes up, plays video games into, like, late degen hours with friends, hangs out. And then if he has to work at, 8, he has to get up at 7, he'll go to bed again 4 hours before that. That just works for him. And he feels rested. He had a hard time. Like, he would complain to us about it all the time. He would be up at degen hours, not having that nap kind of in his schedule yet. And he'd be like, oh, I can't get 8 hours of sleep. And I'd be like, it's 2 a.m. and we're all in a VC together playing video games. You should go to bed. Even if you can't sleep, just lay there and try to get at least 6. And he just couldn't get himself to do it, So eventually we all, like, forced him. This friend group was like, buddy, you got to start sleeping in the middle of the day when you get home, If we're playing, like, because it was my friend group that would play, like, MMOs together. It was a raid static. And we were like, if we're raiding late at night, sleep before it, nap early, and then get up for raid, and then sleep again later. And he started doing it, and he actually, like, he fixed his life, dude. His issue was that he was one of those people that needed, like a 12-hour apart sleep schedule, And it worked.